frustration in the player cams there. That's warranted. They should hold that site 9 out of 10 times because the fact that one player inside you turns around at the complete wrong time. Austin, that is Call of Duty timing.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty timing, but I also wonder if it was like a call-out that, hey, two players are actually coming through defensively, and because they had two players kind of sitting in you, kind of corner to corner, I wonder if it just called for an extra member to kind of come over there and help them on the initial push, and because of that, he found the timing to come through you and attack. So really interesting situation that kind of breaks out for us initially, and it looks like the game plan going to be fairly similar as well, going back to A, not trying to switch it up right through the long hallway, though. T7 will find themselves the first blood, and they'll take down the GOAT early.
This is very different, actually, because Saucy and Renato last time around did not go through the upper hallway. This has caught a couple of players off guard, almost in for the second, and Saucy will actually grab that one, so the retake should be harder to pull off now, especially in a 3 versus 5. 35 seconds left on the clock here. I think Tiesto's looking for something around the hallways to make this retake easier, but he hasn't found anything just yet. This time we'll find Renato over on the patio. So now 3 versus 4. 25 seconds left here. Siwa kicking up Tiesto. That's going to make this retake even harder. You got to try and find a way to work around the fences. And as Aramis falls, Fabuloso left alive here. 1 versus 4. Some snazzy snipes would be nice, but not even going to get the opportunity to get the first here. The retake will not happen this time around.
Yeah, I like that play just a little bit more. You got 4 players that are going to be on A. You don't need the 5th there to help stack. Just send the last one to try to, you know, create some kind of play around the back, and that's exactly what happens. The kill comes through. Sure, the trade comes after, but you at least get the info, and you at least keep the enemy team kind of on their toes here when they're playing defensively in the back. So really like it. Still the same play over to A. No one interested about this B bomb site as of just yet. It's been all about working through hallway, and well, again, running right down the other side of the hallway. Renato, he is there for another first blood on the GOAT.
Nicely done from Renato. iTitan, though, certainly look less stable, especially with the presence around the bomb site here from Zodiac, and nicely done from Fabuloso. Danico in for the trade, but as I was saying, that presence is the one thing at the moment that is stopping this bomb farm from going down. It isn't going to stop the bomb farm from going down, though. iTitan, not dissuaded, that bomb will go down.
Yeah, we'll be able to get the plant off and be able to exit safely for now. 3v2. Going to be tough to hold on to the site here if you are iTitan, but now it's all about finding kills and staying alive. They find the first one. The trade comes in for Fabuloso, and well, around the back, Junic is also there to pounce at the exact same time. Retake will be good this time around as we continue to go back and forth, and Junic puts the defuse through.
I do like this change in the strategies that we're seeing kind of from both rosters at the moment, the adaptations that we're seeing coming through there, because on the defense from Zodiac, they got themselves really entrenched into the site. They recognize that, hey, you know, iTitan, they've attacked the site 2 times now. They're probably going to do it for a 3rd. And, well, good adaptations on the defense coming out now from Team Zodiac as they now find themselves in the lead. Stun being thrown out from Fabuloso. It will not connect anything just yet as we see a little delayed push coming through from iTitan. But nonetheless, the bomb plant on the attacking site remains the same. They want to get the bomb down on A, and they should be able to.
Might be an opportunity here for it, and there it is. Bomb goes down again. Kind of the same set play this time, though, a peek down low. Danico there for very first kill. And now everything becomes a little bit more difficult on the retake. You've got player 1 who wants to try to attack from a different angle here, but everyone else is going to have to make something happen from the front.
Marina and Danico are the players that are under threat. Of course, there is Siwa watching the backline here for iTitan. You can see Zodiac preparing themselves for this push. Just 15 seconds left, though. Players hiding around the middle of the map right now. They're taking a long while to get inside the site. And there we go. The kill's starting to go down. And this is what happens when everything is super rushed, as we expected. They just took a little bit too long to retake the site this time around, Austin.
Yeah, they definitely did. That time, it just felt like they wanted to wait for a play to kind of maybe unfold through you or around the back, but it gets shut down, at least initially, for the first blood. And from there on out, yeah, everyone's just kind of waiting for another peak, another challenge, and nobody budges on the site. So a little bit tough there, kind of getting a little too low on time, but we'll still continue to keep the action all around A. On the attacking side here for iTitan. They're not looking to change too much up. They've sent a couple players through mid here and there, but this time it's just all about playing tight around the site. We'll see if they go for another bomb plant.
Bomb has been planted.
I've been pretty successful about getting the bomb down so far in this game. It's the retakes that have been 50-50 coming out from Zodiac, and this time around the GOAT going to grab the first one onto Renato. Numbers in favor now for a Zodiac. Do they have map controller? That's the question. Saucy's able to pick up 1. Trading through, though. 25 seconds on the clock now, Austin, for them to make this one work. And now Saucy able to get another one. Miena with another one as well. The dominoes are starting to fall here. 3 versus 2, making a 3 versus 1. The GOAT, the last one left alive. They should know where he is as well, and they'll work off that information. Much better hold this time around, going into round number 6.
Yeah, I love it. Just taking a little bit of risk here and there, going for some of those unexpected peaks, finding a kill, and then everyone's kind of funneled to come through the middle of the map there in the end. So beautiful stuff across the board, at least at the moment. Not too much outside of just kind of hitting A over and over and over again, but now let's take a look to see exactly what's going to happen over here at B. Looks like T7 finally going to throw a curveball into the mix here. Over the top, shots coming through. Not going to be able to connect for the first one. At least not yet, but there it is. Finally in there for the first blood. T7 now with control around B. They could drop the bomb yet again if they want to.
Can. Interesting change of strategy, I think, coming into this round, right? For them to actually just straight move towards B as opposed to the A hit they've done for the last 5 rounds. That should give them a distinct advantage here, as it'll take a little bit longer now for Zodiac to rotate over towards the B site. Might want to scrunch up in the middle of the map. That seems like it's the strategy, but overextension coming out for now from Renato. Going to get caught off guard here by Junek. And I think for Renato, if you're in the situation, 20 seconds left, just run around. Run away from these guys and try and play off guard.
Yeah, could come, honestly, all the way back through the middle of the map here if he wants to. Find a couple easy pickups as these players just push a little too late. And, well, that's kind of the problem, right, with the numbers disadvantage yet again. You lose the first player on B initially, and everyone else is kind of stacked around A because that's where the hit has come through just about every single round. But not the last one. The last one's a little different. I like that for iTitan, and that means that they actually come out with the favor. 2 couple rounds in their favor here for the fact that they come through on the offensive round first. So not too bad at all. Now we'll switch it up. What's going to happen here for the first offense in TMZ? It looks like they're going to go over to B here. So just a little bit of the opposite strategy, right? You go A, we'll go B, and we'll see if we can get the bomb down and hold.
See if Zodiac are able to hold as well as iTitan have been doing so far in this S&D. Fabuloso and Aramis trying to play for 2 for 1 inside the door. Renato not having any of it. He wants to play the numbers himself with iTitan coming through very soon. Zaneko going to trade the corner though. Sewer picking up that first blood is huge. Now the straight starting to come out here as iTitan make their way in towards the side. It is down to Sewer and Miena versus the GOAT and Junek. Time not exactly on the side now. Junek looking for the 1 versus 2 but just cannot find it. Miena is stronger. And well, that is a retake and a half coming out from iTitan.
Yeah. Man, that was an incredible retake. I'm just a little confused on the defensive setup. Stacking kind of 2 players back Lambo instead of kind of, posturing a little bit more around the site. And then, of course, we see the final moments. Everyone funnels through the mid door, gets onto B, and it just feels like it's a little too easy from there because they have the power position with the heady, with everyone kind of sprinting at them from Lambo. So a little bit of a tough spot here. But, I mean, right now it's looking like iTitan. They are very well versed within Search and Destroy. And a chance to be able to just about put this one away, put themselves on map point. Down low, there will be a kill. Renato able to grab himself 1 more, and already in a 3 versus 3.
The offensive rounds just not anywhere near as convincing at the moment, are they, for Zodiac? Things just not working out in their favor. The bomb now down in the hallways, and I think for Tiesto and Fabuloso, it's going to be a tough one to retrieve, especially as Danica and Siwa currently have control. Siwa pushes out, going to cross like 2 ships in the night with Tiesto. I think Siwa might have just seen him, though.
Yeah, it looked like he maybe just got him as he went around the corner, but the way he's playing it, like there's still someone kind of back in spawn here, but this kill right here could mean everything for this round. And, well, there it is. Big one coming on in. Tiesto now clears open B. 1 more player left alive, however, on the flank. Will it be a double up? Oh, the shots are not there. And now Tua able to also reset just a tad bit, take the heady position as the bomb looks like it will be going down, and it does. It's on B.
And Tiesto tried the drop shot. Didn't work out. It's another 1 versus 1. Who has the nerves of steel? This wrap coming through from Fabuloso. Just going to go up towards the window, and that is a great position, I think. Siwa, does he recognize it? I think he recognizes it from the bomb position, so now going to try and wrap through here. This is a great read coming out from Siwa, but Fabuloso might well have his number. It doesn't matter anyway. Siwa wraps round the corner, snaps on towards Fabuloso, and that is a quick hello and goodbye from him.
Oh, is it ever? I mean, when you're planning for those situations, right, there's only so many spots on the map that you can kind of play clutch spot from. It's either at the top of the office or it's down low when you can kind of peek out of that little area you can see right there to your right. So that is just a great read. Suo with the 1v2, and that's a round you had to win there if you're Team Zodiac, because now you're going to have to start to chain a ridiculous amount of rounds together if you're going to start to make the comeback happen.
Has to be now for Team Zodiac. Straight towards A they go. There's already presence over here, though, for iTitan. Can they recognize it? That's the question. Look at the wrap coming through from Renata as well. That's something they have to be careful of. Bomb going down. Fabuloso with the first blood.
Bomb is down. Everyone's able to at least get out, only for a second, though. Saucy able to find one. Renata for another. Oh, the retakes. They can't be this good. Are you kidding me? There it is again. Danico able to find the double up, and it's all up to one. Tiesto has to pull off a 1 versus 3, and it's not going to happen. Oh, my goodness. That is one hell of a way to come into a search and destroy and bounce back after the map 1 loss. 7-2 victory. Very convincing to tie this one up here for us, Brody.
I just feel like there wasn't a single offensive round victory there for Team Zodiac. Like I don't know. Yeah. Like we saw it. I was kind of convinced by the offensive rounds that we saw from iTitan, where I think they managed to win 4 of their offensive attempts. The last one was the only one where they transferred over towards the B site. But when it switched over, when it was Zodiac's attempt on the offense, they just couldn't get anything going. Every single attempt was red. Every single clutch was won there. iTitan, as they're going to walk away now with a search and destroy victory that is absolutely warranted.
And just like, a lot of rounds that they could have easily won, right? Like Sua's 1v2 probably shouldn't have happened in hindsight with the way that they had position over the B site, finding that opening pick from Tiesto. It just felt like there was a lot of moments where there should have been more rounds on the board for them. That just simply was not the case off the back end of just a couple of big clutches and just having, I think, more of a game plan too when it came down to how they wanted to attack in some of those offensive rounds. The difference there definitely left a gap without a doubt. So incredible stuff tying us up. 1-1 will be the series count now, Brody, as we start to look forward to what will be a Summit Control, and we'll see more or less if Team Zodiac can kind of get back to the roots when at least it comes down to the respawns.
That's the question for me, right? Because again, we saw Team Zodiac. They played really well in that map of Awanya. They recognized their rotations inside the hard point, but that search and destroy, they didn't look like they had a clue. Honestly, iTitan had their number pretty much every single time. There was a couple of rounds, granted, where Team Zodiac on the defense seemed to catch iTitan off guard. You got to remember that one, right, for the retake. I think it was pretty much at the very beginning of the S&D where Zodiac were able to make a retake happen off the back of a couple of mistakes that we saw from iTitan, where maybe they made the call to push towards fences when they should have been looking at you. But beyond that, they just didn't look well put together in the search and destroy. So maybe they're a respawn team here. Maybe they can translate some of the success that we saw from the hardpoint in towards the control. But when we talk about kind of the similarities between search and destroy and control, I would say the team play that we expect to see in search and destroy, you expect to see that here in control. We need to see those kind of team pushes towards the sites. And that, if anything, is actually iTitan's biggest weakness, or Team Zodiac's biggest weakness, coming out of that search and destroy. We were sawing them trying to make these hits towards the bomb site, and it just wouldn't work out. If they do that once again here in the control on the offense, where they're trying to make their pushes towards the control zones and they fail every time, this is not going to be a nice control.
No, it definitely will not be, especially with the way that control has just kind of been so far for us, where a lot of it just comes down to kills. Like, it feels like if you have like a really good opening and you have a great break off, you find like 4 or 5 consecutive kills like right off the bat, start to already kind of throw the spawn trap word out there in the mix. Like, it becomes very scary very fast. So you have to be very reactive in a game mode like this, and also kind of you have to like pick and choose your moments really well too, as you're talking about, right? With the team hits, it's like, okay, we can't just throw lives away. We can't just have individuals kind of going for flanks, hoping they pull off big plays in from behind, coming together with 2-3 kills. You just can't expect that over and over and over again when there's only a limited amount of lives in control. So you have to play a little bit more coordinated, have to play a little tighter, you feel like, on some of your setups when you get onto the point. I think all those are really the keys to coming out successfully within control. And we've only seen 3 rounds of it on the day. The first time we saw it was just a quick 3-0, very convincing. So we'll see if this one is a little bit different, especially being Summit. It will be a little bit of a different map and different laneways you can kind of flank around if you do find the moments to do so. So I think this one will be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there, right, Austin, in terms of kind of what we're seeing, what we're expecting from these team plays. And you can play individually, right? You can try and work off
Those
these
moments,
massive
yeah.
individual moments. But I just don't think you're absolutely
Can't
right.
rely
I
on
think
it.
you can't rely on that at all. And this map, I would say it doesn't even really lend itself to that as well, right? I mean, there's very few places where you can actually make these flanks work, because generally speaking, as a team, you're expecting to be watching those things. I mean, maybe you could push through the ski lift path is possibly the only one where I think probably someone might be able to catch some good timing and get behind on that one, but that's probably about it, at least to my memory. So for this, I really need to see some get better team play coming out there from the iTitan Gaming roster. We'll see though, because again, you know, it comes back to kind of one of the points we've been making about today in its entirety, which is, again, you know, to get to this point, you've got to be pretty skilled. You've got to know exactly what you need to do in these situations. I think for iTitan there, maybe they just kind of had a bad map. You know, maybe that's all that was. And as we go into the control, maybe they'll fix things up. We shall see, though. Just waiting, though, on a couple of players, I think, to join the lobby here as we get ready for a game number 3. This one will actually be a swing game, so I can actually say that now, Austin. We can be correct and say it.
That's right. Yeah, no 2-0s to kind of kick off with things. That's right. Swing map for sure coming in here for the third one. And it's really hard to kind of pick a favorite based off of just how the very first map goes, because I think you just look at what was happening, and it almost felt like for at least a good amount of that time, Brody, like iTitan actually did have control, right? They came off of a really good P1, they had a slight lead. It was just letting up on the gas and not controlling the important hard points on the map. But we'll see what changes. Respawn game mode again. Series all tied up one apiece. Summit control is where we find ourselves here in the middle of this best of 5. Now it's a matter who will be able to grab that swing game as we jump in.
Who will grab the swing game? Huge, of course, coming into the hard point. We already saw Team Zodiac using that one to iTitan earlier on. So we'll see as we go towards this respawn. How is this one going to go? Trades galore to kick things off, though. It's going to be Zodiac coming off better from it, as they are going to be the ones with more of those frags and now start to, some progression, starting to be made over towards A.
Yeah, it's looking good so far. Oh, that's looking real good now, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Getting a little bit scary one by one. This is what we didn't want to see, right? The team hit now, everyone coming off spawn needs to regain very quickly and try to get themselves set up around B, because this is looking like A might just go over, but a last chance desperation to try and get in there to stop the final tick might have just been enough, and that will at least bring us just about even lives here, 20 up against 22.
The good news is that Danica was the last remaining player there from iTitan. They will be removed from the situation, so A has been saved here. Still, this has been a blazing start for the iTitan roster as they want to capture A. They might well be able to do it. Still a couple of players over here in the vicinity. Team Zodiac looking to put a stop to it, and they might well be able to, as they're currently contesting with a player in the backline as well. We should probably say that. Saucy looking to find his way on through, put the shots in, and well, there you go. The capture does come through. Saucy, the one to put the final nail in the coffin.
That's right. 2 minutes to play with, and 14 playing up against 16 here in favor of iTitan. How are they going to try to break down the defensive setup? And maybe we just attack the zone head on and say, listen, we're not worried about it. We got everyone kind of covered around the point. There is one player, I think, up top watching over while this happens, and that first tick of progress, it's in. You're going to have to play defense and defense quickly.
They're starting to start the point already, but you've got to be careful because Aramis is already on the flank. So this is actually a pretty good reaction coming through. What they haven't quite accounted for, though, is Saucy making his way through as well. Stun's now going out as the GOAT looks to make his way through the cut and will do so. The clearance has been made, and they don't need to worry about that player that has pushed through anymore. He has been dealt with. A stabilization moment now. With 90 seconds left on the clock here, this one is probably going to come down to lives.
Yeah, that looks like it might be the case. 4 lives remaining now. It gets a little bit more difficult to try to make some of this offensive pressure happen. You kind of need a big moment here from Saucy. Find one, maybe 2, get out and exit safely. Trades now absolutely a factor on the other side, though. TMZ, they just need to make sure they're finding kills, getting some of these trades, but oh my goodness, they're starting to lose numbers around the point. Saucy with some bait and switching coming in and out, weaving under the door, is going to put us into a 2 versus 4.
And the GOAT gets that kill on towards Mayana. Saucy going to take down the GOAT. Just 1 life remaining now for iTitan to make this push work. They did grab A earlier on. But to grab B, maybe this is where we start to see those flank plays coming on through. It would work out. See, we're going to land a nice nade on towards Fabuloso. Now 1 versus 2. So this flank coming through from Saucy and Renato has to work. Tiesto's watching it, though. Maybe this is where they can catch some of the Zodiac players off guard. But they themselves, I think, are just waiting for Zodiac to make the first move.
Yeah. And I think Team Zodiac's going to stay very, very still in this moment and hold. I don't think anyone's going to try to make any kind of an ambitious move. You don't have to. You know that they're going to have to attack the zone at some point in time and stop the clock, and that clock is now dwindling down to about 20 seconds, but you did get 1 kill back. So this is really going to be the big moment right here. Can you get on the point, and can you do it cleanly? 15 seconds on the clock, and the flank in the back.
Oh, it might work out as well. Saucy putting the shots in. Fabuloso, though, in for the trade. Saucy almost gets that one. He pushes around in behind, and if he lands a couple more shots, that two-piece is significantly more realistic, but it comes down to a 1 versus 1. Oh, goodness me. Zodiac able to win out. But that is off the back of a ton of pressure, by the way, from my time. They did extremely well on that offense.
They did. They slowed the game down. I love that. Throwing some different tempo into the mix here. Not enough to close it out, but a really good attempt. And now the Purifier. Oh, it comes out. It comes out strong. Double right away for Tiesto. Another one ends up coming through here for Junik. And now you got some top control. You've already got some players kind of positioned in and around A. A really nice opening here to round number 2.
Starting to capture A, though. See, we're up top. Look down towards the control room. And it's going to be Danico. And, man, they actually pick up those kills. Nicely done here from my Titan to clear the point. 2 ticks of progression have been given away, so only 1 more needed now for Team Zodiac to come and actually grab that point. But this is the problem, I think, here with Summit, is that some players might find themselves caught in a spawn trap. Sewer dropping down for the double, and he will find it. Here comes Purify now coming out, though, from Danico over towards the point. It's a good clearance. Danico pushes all the way through the spawns, by the way. Gets 3 in a row. One player might have well got past, but Danico is doing so much damage with this Purifier.
Oh, is the ever, man. You have to deal with him before you can even think about attacking a zone. And while stuns are coming through, the Purifier able to get 1 more before Danico finally ends up dropping. And that play right there creates a little bit of a life lead here. Just about 5 in advantage of Titan. And now from the side, you're going to have to find some big kills. Tiesto able to come up with the first one, but look at the Hunter Killer Drone. It finds a double, loosens up the numbers yet again, and you still have to make moves over to A for that final tick of progress, but you're losing lives fast.
How the hell of a Hunter Killer Drone coming out there from Danico, who has had such an active part of this round. Look at the clock, though. It's going to be Tiesto on towards B. They go. Okay. Gravity gun go down. And actually, this is not such a bad position to be in now. 12 seconds left on the clock. You've still got to come out strong here. You've still got to extend the clock by 60 seconds or so, but you've got a couple of opportunities to do it. Fabuloso bringing the gravity gun down. Now the Hunter Killer Drone as well. Austin, this is starting to look possible.
Oh, it is looking possible. Streaks are coming out. Tiesto throws it down, tags him up, and goes to the pistol. That'll be good. KSP up close, just didn't have the clip in, so won't be able to get the gunny up in time. But 8 up against 7 lives, however, still the clock a problem. If you can get here and play retake, or maybe both zones go over at the exact same time. No lives remaining right now for TMZ. You're going to have to go big in the middle of the map here for Tiesto. Tries to go to the pistol, and it goes horribly wrong. Now only 2 lives in 8 seconds.
That was a massive gamble to try and split your offense towards both of the points. It would have worked out. You could see how close it was, but now a 1v7. Fabuloso will be the last to fall. I tell you what, that was, I think, the right play from the offensive side. You want to split your attacks. You want to try and split the defense as well off the back of that, but it's sometimes just all in the execution, and it was a good clutch coming out from the defense.
Wow. Man, control plays so fast on COD Mobile. I absolutely love it. Everything just explodes so fast. And now, what will we get here out of Titan? Because we were so strong in the very first opening round, just not enough to put it away. But the kills kind of going back and forth, at least initially. A, of course, the target. That should be at least 1 tick locked in, and it is. And they're on their way for their second.
Tiesto up top at the moment. Just kind of zone off these players as they look to find their way on through. Finally, he will fall towards Saucy. It is currently a trading kill feed, but not enough at the moment for Titan to actually get themselves on towards either of these 2 points. It is Aramis who's doing a ton of damage to the offensive side. Tiesto now to pick things up as well. Danico now on the point. They will get that first tick of progression through. Should get taken out by Junek, who will have the Purifier in. Now, some of these streaks starting to come out as well. So far, though, this has been a pretty even affair between the 2. Maybe not any longer as the kill feed will light up for Team Zodiac.
That's a good clearance. Stop the second tick, clear out the middle of the map a little bit, and now you at least have some sort of a setup to work off of for either zone here, but that's going to be at least the very first kill. Let's make it a second. Everyone dropping right now for the side of Titan. They just can't really find that same form that they did in the first round, but maybe this is what's going to ignite everything. Saucy up top, able to find yet another 2 kills now down, looking for the third, goes to the hip fire, and he'll get some help there from Danico. That's going to clear out just about every single defensive member, and it might be good for the A point.
2 ticks through. This is still possible here for the offensive side. There's I7, excuse me, looking for these kills. Renato going to be looking down low. Oh, he turns around at the wrong time, though. Junek taking advantage of that one. There is the trades, though, and there is the Aegon as well. So now, 90 seconds left on the clock here. 13 versus 12 in favor of TMZ. But iTitan Gaming here, still in a pretty good stead. They got players pushed far forward. They can now get on towards B.
Yeah, the good news is only down by 3 lives. And a minute to work with here. And now you're going to force the hand of the defensive team to try to make a move and clear out the B point. Everything kind of unfolding at the top of the command station, though. And now it's going to be Danico for 2. Oh, no. All of a sudden, things get really interesting. 3 players drop down for the side of TMZ. They're now going to be panicking off the point. Have to get in there. The final ticket's on its way, Brody.
Might this be the swing round here? They're about to get the 3rd ticket progression. Just now 1 player left alive, and it's going to be number 3. Maena, who has the Purifier, will be able to stop any players from getting close. And that is a massive offensive victory coming out there for iTitan Gaming. It was scrappy, sure. But as soon as they get that first wave of kills coming on through A, they get the capture. It didn't really feel like Zodiac managed to regain control over the B zone. And, well, that is a massive round coming out from iTitan.
Is it ever? Oh, man. Very thrilling control here so far, but now it's going to have to be on Team Zodiac to start to bring this one back. Have to find back-to-back rounds, and it starts with offense. Great opening on the very first ticket A. Second one looks like it could be in as well. As everyone's kind of positioned at the front, but the Purifier doesn't find any real value. Because of Renato in the back. How does Renato get 2? Does he get 3? No, he does not. Tiesto will stop the spree. But you feel like the damage has been done. They've been able to get here in time. They will save the zone. And now it's back to step 1 all over again here for the side of Team Zodiac.
That was such a strong start from Team Zodiac. It just, again, you're not covering your backline like that. Renato gets him for 3, and that's just not... That just shouldn't happen, frankly. So now iTitan Gaming are looking to regain control of the point. The GOAT will be the only player to do anything about this for the moment, as the rest of the team will be coming off the spawn. The GOAT does end up falling, and it's map control at the moment that I think Team Zodiac are currently looking for to try and close out A. Abuloso now on the point, nades, utility being thrown towards it, and again, it's the fact that you do not have control over that upper layer. Sewer, Storsty, they're all starting to come on through for the kills. Junek, the last one. He only needs to win 1 more gunfight, but he is going to be shut down, and again, it is going to be iTitan that have the final say, and again, it's the map control that's so damaging.
Oh, is it ever? It just feels like there's always players just roaming around through mid. How about another? But this time, Aramis finds the double. And this could finally be that extra minute on the clock that you need. A slowly but surely going over. And oh, what a win that comes through. Aramis for another 3 in a row. Looking for 4. That's how you secure the zone. Life's now switch up. Streaking will be Aramis, but he's not able to play his life anymore. Can only get the Hunter-Killer drone. And now it's all tied up at 11 lives apiece.
The question is, how well do they use this momentum swing to make their way over towards B? Because they did have map control. They got control of the upper area. But they didn't have control of the catwalk just yet, and that's the damaging thing, I think. Junek, well aware of it, wants to try and check that corner. I'm not going to see anything just yet because iTitan have dug themselves very deep in towards the defensive line, and elsewhere, Sewers cleaning shop to stop players coming on through the scaler. Numbers certainly in favor of iTitan here. They've got streaks, they've got specialists to work with as well. 60 seconds or so left on the clock, and a 5 versus 10. This is just not looking realistic, Austin.
Oh, it's really not. You don't really have, too much time to kind of slow it down because you have to get to this forward position, but with 2 lives left, it looks like this one should be completely done and dusted. 1 more life. There it is, and well, you can see some of the faces there on the side of Team Zodiac. Frustration, not able to get it going, just unable to kind of keep up that same map pressure that's almost needed in order to find success offensively. But there it is, 2-1 up in the best of 5. Looking really good right now as iTitan.
I think the thing is, right, that 3rd and 4th round, I think for the first couple of rounds, things are pretty bogged standard. We saw defensive victories coming out from both sides, right? But it was the 3rd and the 4th round where things really started to change for the rosters, and iTitan coming out there in round number 3. They did something that simply Zodiac were not able to do, which is use the momentum correctly to swing from A to B and continue to maintain map control. Well, I think we just saw such a great recovery coming out from iTitan there in round number 4, where they lost A, but as soon as they did that, they overextended through catwalk, through towards the defensive line, and just a much better reaction coming out there from them in round number 4. So a great control victory there from iTitan Gaming, and I think a necessary one as well, especially after that SN.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just great, I think, to see just a lot of the faces that you were seeing while we were watching over the map. Like, you could just see them kind of find their zone, right? Like, they're doing what they're normally doing. I feel like this is maybe the roster that we expect at this level, and they're bringing it. They're finally showing up, bringing out some clutch rounds. I mean, you go back to round 3, like you were saying, it was the purifier that was really used at the perfect timing coming off the A to B zone, and you just lay down there at the front of the point. You just got the purifier in hand, like, challenge me, I dare you to, right? It just feels like there was just a lot of great setup moments that came in once you see I7 kind of get set up in those spots. You know they're going to be able to clutch out, or at least keep it very close and make you work for a lot of those retakes. And a lot of those times they were able to actually hold on to it. So incredible stuff when you take a look at this roster. And I mean, Saucy, MVP, 28 kills, but Danico with 10 objective kills. He was massive around the point, and you really got to see that take place, especially in round 3 and round 4.
Indeed. Well, that's 3 maps down in our best of 5. Let's show you guys how that reflects in our overall map set for this one then. As now 2-1 victory here, or 2-1 lead, excuse me, to iTitan Gaming. They managed to bring the Search and Destroy and the Control back to back. Team Zodiac starting to look out of their depth here, but they do have a hard point coming up, and that is good news for them.
Hard point on the way, and I feel like they kind of want to get a little revenge after the way that takeoff went, because it just felt like they were caught in a little bit of the blender at the end there, where they just couldn't really win rotations for P3 and P4. And then, of course, it ends on P4 there for us, and that's the setup that kind of just continues to hold strong. That came in there for the side of TMZ. So now I feel like you have a chance to get some revenge, show us that, maybe you are the better hardpoint team here out of the two. On the other side, of course, it's really talking about Team Zodiac getting us to a game number 5, despite how the Hacienda went. You have to, in order to keep yourself alive here with the positive win condition throughout the Swiss bracket.
Indeed, and speaking of that Swiss bracket, I believe we actually have an update for everybody at home to show you guys exactly what that Swiss bracket looks like. We were waiting for one at the end of the game 1. Well, it doesn't matter because it's here now. We can show you guys which teams are already through to that 1-0 scoreline. Zignity Esports and Inco Gaming, after their respective victories versus Skade and Influence Rage, they are through to round number 2, and they'll be facing off for a spot effectively into day number 2. FR Bulls also joining them with a 3-1 victory over Loops Esports, and of course iTitan Gaming now just 1 map away from meeting them there in the second round of play. Of course, the losers of round number 1 will now be facing off again in round number 2. Skade versus Influence Rage, and Loops now awaiting the loser here of Team Zodiac and iTitan Gaming. 2 of those teams will be eliminated at the end of round number 2. It'll be sad to see them go, Austin.
Yeah, it definitely will be, man. Only, half the teams that show up on the day, unfortunately, can make it to day 2, but that Influence Rage and Skade matchup, man, that one's going to be interesting. One of those teams will not be making it to day 2, right? So I feel like that one is certainly the one that I had my eyes on to see how that one's going to kind of play out within that 0-1 bracket. But both those teams would have to go on to win back-to-back matches to even see tomorrow. So a lot riding on them. And of course, within the current matchup that we have on our hands right now, Brody, I mean, this one's still up in the air for as far as who might be, continuing to go through with a positive record, or who might be also dropping down to some of those lower matches within the Swiss bracket here. So still so much that can happen.
Yeah, we're almost at the end of round number 1, perhaps just 1 map away. I think it's crazy to say that, right? Of course, with the way that iTitan are playing at the moment, you could argue as well, right? But the way that they were playing the takeoff hardpoint, should this have been a 3-0? I mean, you got to think right to the end. I mean, it was a great read from Team Zodiac back towards that takeoff hardpoint, but not only were they able to get the majority of the time with the backup P3 on that final rotation, but also I think when it came down to that final rotation, very final one towards the last hardpoint, they set themselves up well enough, and that I think has been the difference maker so far today. It's who is making the best of what they have on offer. Who is making the best of their specialists, who's making the best of their score streaks. It was great play coming out from Team Zodiac in that game number 1, but iTitan, will feel right now, we almost won game number 1. Here we could win game number 2.
And I feel like a lot of this should also, I don't want to put it on anyone's individual shoulders, but I feel like Aramis needs to come out here and have that same map 1 that he had, coming into this map number 4, because I think he dropped, 59 kills? I think he was just 1 off of the 60 bomb in the very first map. That was on takeoff. So what is this man going to be able to do on a standoff? And I mean, I'm not saying that type of performance should be required, but It might be necessary. I mean, unless someone else can kind of do the exact same thing, right? Because we saw multiple members on the side of iTitan Titan Gaming, all putting up consistent performances across the board in that control, in that search and destroy. Doesn't feel like it's too much of a one-man show, but you're almost looking for someone to be at least a little bit of a hero coming in here, relieve a bit of the pressure, stack up an early lead. I mean, that's obviously what you want to go for here, but we'll see. I'm not putting all the pressure on Aramis to come out here. It's any one of them can step up, but I feel like if there is one, that might be the guy, Brody, as we start to look at the layout here of standoff hardpoint.
Indeed. Well, standoff hardpoint plays a little bit differently to takeoff. Of course, rotations will be absolutely key in this one. Map control also as well. I mean, this is one of those classic Black Ops 2 maps that really does favor those that rotate correctly. And we've already seen both teams seem pretty proficient at that. So let's see how this one goes in towards what could be the final map in this best of 5. iTitan, they win this. They move on to a 1-0 record in the Swiss bracket. And well, so far, not exactly going how they would desire, as it's actually going to be Team Zodiac that get control of the kill feed and control of P1 early on.
Yeah, coming out with a little bit of fire, at least initially for the first 12 seconds. But iTitan now back in the point as nades and guns start flying over the top. We take a look at the POV angles, and well, trades continue to go back and forth here for us at the moment. But iTitan, with some presence around the point, starting to soak up some time, we'll be able to grab that lead right back. And with 20 seconds left, this is where we start to look at those rotations as well as the final battles for scrap time.
Yeah, and I was going to say, actually, iTitan were better off for those rotations. I mean, they were in control of ground, they were in control of garage and warehouse for P2, but that has slipped out of their fingers as Team Zodiac able to get a couple of kills in their favor, and now it'll be iTitan spawning out over towards Grandma's house for that next rotation. Nicely done for Junex for some extra frags off the back of P1. And now, for Team Zodiac, can you have a strong start to this hardpoint? Can you hold on for the majority of time for a P2? Well, iTitan are on their way. How are they going to be dealt with as well? Yes, they will. Aramis picks up 2 as they try to enter into the hardpoint. They are denied. And this is a solid start coming out from Team Zodiac.
Oh, Spawn should be really interesting right now. You're taking a look. It's a full collapse around every single point of contact on the hill here, but the gunfights need to be won. That's the factor, and nobody, unfortunately, can win any of the battles here for iTitan. So it will slow them down, but Saucy able to recover with the 2-piece. However, is it enough? As it's the close spawn, it's the constant battle, the constant contention. You throw it out there, and it feels like it's happened in this hill. With either team really able to kind of walk in, it feels like, you know, a full amount of points. Finally, scrap time might be up for grabs, but you're already looking at the next rotation here, and all things considered, that was a really scrappy hill.
I kind of feel like that was a very much a Team Zodiac hill, though, right? I think overall, if you kind of look at how many points iTitan were actually able to walk away with back at that hard point, well, they had like 2. I think at best, they didn't get anything from that, whereas Team Zodiac walked away. Sure. Yeah, Team Zodiac able to walk away with about 30 to 40 points back at that one. So they'll be feeling pretty happy off the back of P2. As we move over towards P3, it's Junek trying to win some gunfights towards the back of the Grandma's house, and, well, they will be denied. Currently, is some contention starting to come up through now from Aramis, who's now got his Purifier out. You can see it in the kill feed. He is ready to go on towards the entry. Janiko is the only player you got to deal with, and, well, Maynard as well from the back. But look at that. Give me Purifier after Purifier as another one comes out from iTitan.
Oh, but the kills, do they even matter? It's the problem. You just have the close spawn, and this is the benefit. Now even calling in for some of the streaks. How about this? Fabuloso looking for some more. That's going to be another one. Double kill coming through. Oh my goodness. How about the triple kill? That's the Goliath. Fully streaked out a Fury kill coming on in. Fabuloso looking like he is just on top of the world with that play right there. And now that is a solid hold. That's what you wanted to see. And iTitan, they need to respond with this on the warehouse hill. They have the setup, but Brody, are they going to be able to hold on to it? You need a good 30, 40 points here out of this hill.
I think the question I have here, right, is do you actually use some of that utility you've just done off the back of Fabuloso right now? That's going to be the question. You've already utilized the 100 kilodrone to stop one of these players on the rotation, but you don't have control of the hill right now, so maybe you bring that Goliath in to try and break the spirits of iTitan early on here and make sure that game number 5 is going to be locked in. The Predator missile will actually get utilized now. Is it going to come down and get anything, though? That is going to be the question, as the kills in the current feed right now going in favor of iTitan. They're happy the way the first couple of frags will be going in their favor. Now Ram is trying to find a break on through. He will only pick up 1, but still the trade's in favor for iTitan. And a couple of streaks have already been used there by Fabuloso. This is pretty good of a hold right now for iTitan.
Yeah, it's good so far. Now it's just a matter of holding on to it, but deep spawn coming in for all the way around the middle of the map might be able to create a pinch play. Meanwhile, his teammates continue to lock things down in the point, and this is the hill we needed to see. Finally, a bit of a convincing one. And it looks like scrap time should also be there. The remaining 20 will just about give us, you know, a dead even game. So off the back end of what was looking maybe a little bit rough, down by about 70 points or so coming into this one, they get a full 60. They keep it competitive. And now we look at the rotation as we go back into the reset of hills.
I think the concerning thing for me there, I think overall, I say that like Team Zodiac are in a bad position, but you know, we saw Fabuloso invest like on the Killer Drone and the Predator Missile into that one, and neither really amounting to all that much. So for iTitan Gaming, very happy with the way that heal went, and now you're starting to see some investment coming through as well. The Predator Missile coming down from Danico. Here we go for a TS though. He's keeping an eye on the L-Wolf. He's only able to get one. Massive stop coming through now from iTitan as they swarm the hill.
Yeah, those kills, those trades, so influential. How about that? Aramis, one of the players that I called out coming into this map. You might need to see him go big, and so far he is delivering. 20 kills here to his name. With 30 seconds left, so round P1, this has mainly just been full control over and over and over again for TMZ, but Saucy, he wants to get a little saucy in the point, might be able to break it on open. 20 seconds remaining. This is scrap time that you don't want it to all go over. This is going to put them at about 150 if they get it, but you also want the setup for new. They're going to invest the Goliath. This is going to have to be another one of those massive holds where you need another 40-50 seconds here as they invest all the utility.
How about this? Goliath versus Goliath. There's no David in this situation. So we're going to see the fight for P2. It's going to be an important moment here in this game. You have to imagine for a Team Zodiac to hold on, for iTitan to put these guys down. And Danico with a couple of kills already. Good start for Kim in the defense of this hill, but you can see those shots from the Goliath over towards the petrol station, or the gas station, excuse me, sorry. Okay. Danico looking for kills inside. He will get one, but that is going to be the Goliath falls. And now I'm curious, where does the Goliath go here for Fabuloso? Because that is down on low HP and that is gone as well.
Oh man, the Goliath's out of play, all coming down to Gunny now. Still only 20 seconds in, and it feels like iTitan haven't really been able to get a grip hold around this point, but maybe this is their moment. Can they hold on? Still half of the hill left and available. Stassi making the aggressive play, and how about it? The team play is good. That's 4 or 5 players down here on the side of I-7. Now you're going to have to back all the way up, or rather TMZ, excuse me, as you start to already rotate this early. This is a lot of map control you're giving up, and you can see Stassi is already here and knocking on the door.
This would be a massive break early on. If you could have it happen for iTitan, because they keep about 27 seconds or so in scrap time. So they basically closed the gap already. For these kills on the rotation, it would be huge. And I think right now, the strategy, I think, for Maina and Renato might have, they get shut down anyway, but it might have been to just try and influence the spawns if they possibly could, but they're not able to do it. They get shut down there by Team Zodiac. Now, Zodiac looking to touch first on this time, but the kill feed, it's lighting up yellow. It's number 4 coming out now for iTitan as well. Aramis, the last player left alive. Can he go huge? The answer is no. He is only able to get one, and iTitan, they break.
Oh, they break right back in at the perfect time as well. And that's been the problem so far. iTitan have not been very good on their break attempts. They've struggled to get into hills they don't initially control. So this is a big moment for them. And you take a look at the minimap right now, and not everyone is kind of setting up for the team hit. It looks like maybe streaks are coming in. Players not exactly moving, but now starting to look at the rotation, it would appear, as this is a lot of time to give up here, Brody. I mean, this is the back end of 30 seconds that they just rotated for, so they're going to have to deliver here at the warehouse hill.
Yeah, and you got to remember what happened last time around, right? iTitan, they managed to get a full 60 off the back of this one, so we need to see kind of that same response coming out now from Team Zodiac. They don't really have the same kind of utility they had last time around as well. They've got 3 specialist weapons ready to go here coming into this one. Let's see how we're looking for iTitan to come on, break on through. They're going to be making their way through the tractor. All 4 of those players, and one player has already broken through. It's Sewer using his Purify. I expect to see specialist weapons coming out right about now from Team Zodiac.
Yeah, this is the problem when you rotate early like this, because Dua's now in a position where he can line up 4 potentially. How about it? Predator Missile, boom! There it comes in for a couple more. And man, oh man, you are still alive at the top of the point. It feels like Zua has just not gone down so far as this hill has been active. Can he stay alive? What? Can he continue to pour it on? Yes, he can. Double kill with the Hunter Killer drone. It is just streak after streak right now, Brody. They are looking to put this one away.
Goodness me, iTitan have just taken over this game, or rather, Stewart's just taken over this game. 35 frags to his name. He's now got the Goliath that will probably close this one out. Let's be honest, this has been a takeover from iTitan. Even if this last 10 seconds goes the way of Team Zodiac, which as Tiesto gets a couple of kills inside, it might well do so. The damage is done, right? iTitan there, 23 points away from victory. They have control of the rotation, Austin.
Yeah, it feels like the damage is done. They did use a lot of their streaks, but they only need another 22 points or so to put this one away, advance to that next Swiss bracket round. Can they do it, or will we get a miracle comeback? That's kind of the question right now. Team Zodiac would have to play just about perfect from here on out, and now there's more streaks to deal with. Another Goliath in play, alive and well. Everything could end right here on P1.
And this is what I was saying, Sewer, he's got the Goliath out. How much damage can you do? He's been stunned, but, I mean, he just got to basically L-trigger around through the door. The support is in from Mina and Saucy as well. Fabuloso tries to stop, as does the GOAT, but you're not getting past that Goliath suit. Can anybody touch? The answer is no. And iTitan, they flip this game on its head despite the blazing start that we saw from Team Zodiac. Apparently the power was not in the stars. It's going to be iTitan Gaming with three maps on the bounce to close out this series. They move forward as a 1-0 team in the second round of Swiss play.
Wow. Man, those last couple of hills that they were able to string together, incredible stuff for iTitan, but man, I feel like that is just a massive fumble that came through on the P3 to P4 hill. Initially, you gave 30 seconds of time up. I was going to call it scrap time, but that's not even scrap time. Like, that's half of a hill. And I think they just rotate a little bit too early, and then you get broken just about 10 seconds into that warehouse hill. So a really questionable call. I feel like they just gave a little bit too much time, too much map control even to start to make some early moves towards warehouse there for the opposite end on iTitan, and that one was kind of just gifted to them. But it was great usage of the streaks as well as the purifier at the top. Right. I mean, everything did end up coming through there for them. They had to win the battles. They had to find the break, and they did. But I think letting up on the gas there between P3 P4, Brody, that's kind of the defining moment for me within that game.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with you. I think when we look back to that hard point, I will have to say I attribute a lot of that to Sewer. I mean, what he would manage to do inside the red hard point was huge. Just such a massive victory for him, I think, to flip that, especially considering, by the way, because we switched over towards the stat screen. Literally, as I was about to say, you know, there's three specialist weapons on hand for Team Zodiac. Like, I don't know where they went, but they didn't do anything. That's all I know in terms of that. Sewer certainly made sure of that. As iTitan Gaming, 3 maps on the bounce. They're able to come out on top. Let's show you guys the final map set then at the end of that one. That Search and Destroy dominant, the control. Really just one round, I would say, that made the difference there in that one. Yeah. It was an offensive victory for iTitan there. But that hard point, I think, was a showing and a half for iTitan. They had made an argument for themselves to be a force moving forward throughout the rest of the day's Latin America regional playoffs.
They look great, man. They look like another one of those strong teams that we're going to have here throughout the bracket, without a doubt. I mean, I'm sure they'd love to even get that takeoff hardpoint back a little bit and just kind of replay those final 30 seconds, right? Because this one could have arguably been a 3-0 if we didn't get kind of the lock-in of that final money hill that came through there for Team Z. But Team Zodiac definitely playing a lot of these maps very close, especially within the hard points, at least initially. But the Search and Destroy is also, I feel like, where iTitan are going to find maybe a lot of advantages here, Brody. Incredible stuff for them when you look at just how well-rounded I feel like this team is when it comes down to their team play and their chemistry. So definitely looking electric, definitely looking good, and we'll see if they can kind of keep that going into their future matchups here too.
iTitan, they certainly look impressive. Austin, I'm most certainly impressed, especially by Sewer, by the way, as well. He went off. You can put that on your show reel, mate, if you want to put yourself, out there for contracts in the future of COD Mobile tournaments. Sewer, that clip right there is yours, my friend. As iTitan Gaming close out this series 3-1. They're now joining a ton of other teams 1-0, and that is the first round of Swiss play here done and dusted. Next round of play, we'll have a couple of teams qualified for a championship Sunday for the regional finals. I don't think you can say that. Sunday for regional playoffs, and a couple of teams eliminated as well. Before we get there, we're going to go to a break. When we return, we're going to have round number 2 of the Swiss bracket. Don't go anywhere.
sight, and then of course we see the final moments. Everyone funnels through the mid door, gets.
Vai onde? Vai onde?
Minha bolsa, ué. Só você vai se pegar a bolsa que vai sair.
O cara falou assim, vou lá. O cara falou, vou lá. Não, vai. Já tá no barco muito bem.
所作ターゲットの位置をロック。すべてのデータソースがセントラルスクエアのテスセラクトに集結した。
Hã? Quem?
Welcome to Battle Royale. The match is about to start. Time for the mission. Get ready.
Entrei. Pois é, da Ramiro.
Perdão, mano.
Jogou,
Perdão. E aí, galera do avião? Boa tarde aí, todo mundo. Ô, segue lá no Facebook, mano. Ô, F-Yoshi. Tamo junto, hein?
Como é, rapaz?
Ó, F-Yoshi. Ô, Fox.
Go Fox?
ここに降りられる。
Aí nos PQD aí, hein?
First blood.
Porra, né?
Enemies!
I'm dead. Se abaixou, cara. Ele já daí se abaixou. Pô, ele deitou, cara. No meio de correr, porque rápido lá e dá.
Your teammate has been killed. Get the dog tags and help them return to the battle.
Ele, em vez de lá e daí, ele se abaixou. Deitou no chão.
The revived flight will arrive in 1 minute.
Tô sem munição, ô.
Don't give up. You can still return to the battle.
Morre, Felipe.
Been killed. Get the dog
7
tags and
tiros
help them
tentando.
return to the battle. Don't give up.
Em vez de se
You can
abaixar,
still return to the
pô,
battle.
ele lá e daí ele se abaixou. fazer não, sem munição, pô. Tem que esse bombado com essas desgraças funciona, que é uma beleza. Eu uso bombado. Viu o pulo que o cara deu?
少佐ターゲットの位置をロック全てのデータソースがセン
Eu não sei se aquele cara tava usando bombado ou se tava usando hack. O cara tá pulando alto pra caramba no mochila. Quando ele caiu no mochila, ele ficou carregado no carro de mochila de bombado. O cara tá pulando mais alto do que a água. 3 pulos mais alto do que a água. Tá fugindo da mochila. Mas aquele cara tá usando hack. Nem vi o nome dele.
Trap deployed.
Não vi mochila nas costas dele, pô.
Welcome to Battle Royale. The match is
Bombado
about
tem
to
uma
start.
mochilinha nas costas. Cilindrozinho.
Time for the mission. Get ready.
Caraca, caí no meio do squad. Que pariu, caí no meio do squad.
I'm down.
Onde que eu caí, cara?
Still
Caí no meio
return
do
to the
squad,
battle.
cara. Porra, cadê meus parceiros, cara? Caíram onde? Porra, o que aconteceu? Eu caí sozinho aqui no meio do squad. Caí no meio de 3 squads, cara. Entendi agora. Caraca. 2 quedas e 2 bolas fora. Caraca.
Your teammate has been killed. Get the dog tags and help them return to the battle.
Entendi o que aconteceu. Tem um squad lá em cima. Pega aí. Dá a volta lá. Fora lá.
Chip terminal is almost ready.
airdrop is coming.
The revived flight will arrive in 1 minute. Airdrop has been delivered.
ここのネットワークはポストヒューマンによる改ざんの痕跡がある。他のアクセスポイント。
Capture the objectives. We're capturing Alpha. We're taking C. We captured A. Enemy has C. We're capturing B.
Huh?
Need backup.
Semtex out! Need backup!
Enemy taking Bravo. Capturing C. We captured Charlie. Sentry gun ready to deploy. We've taken the lead.
Need backup! Enemy contact!
Enemy has Bravo. Capturing Bravo.
Tango down! Let's go, let's go!
All positions locked down. Hold your positions.
Reloading! Cover me! Changing mag!
Losing C.
Target down! I'm hurt!
Losing Bravo.
Target down!
Losing Alpha. Lost Charlie.
Need backup! Reloading! Cover me! I'm hurt!
Lost
Contact
Bravo.
with enemy!
Lost Alpha. Capturing those positions. Sentry gun deployed.
Tango down.
We captured C. Losing Charlie.
Enemy contact!
Hostile stealth chopper inbound. Enemy sentry gun has been destroyed. We're capturing B. Sentry gun ready for deployment.
Target's inside!
UAV online. Private. Sentry gun guns ready to deploy.
Enemy contact!
Swarm activated. Objective almost complete. Keep it up.
contact!
Nice work. Get ready for the next round. Keep on them. We're winning this one. Capture the objectives. Enemy taking Alpha, capturing C. Enemy has A, captured Charlie. Enemy taking B. We've taken the lead.
Enemy contact. Target down.
Losing C.
Need backup.
Hostile sentry gun in your AO. Lost C. Enemy has B.
Let's go. Target inside. Target down.
Be advised, hostile stealth chopper inbound.
Let's go. Let's go.
Captured C. UAV online.
Target's
Enemy's
inside.
advanced UAV is online. We're capturing A.
Enemy contact.
It's empty. Enemy UAV spotted. Captured Alpha. UAV online. Be advised, hostile sentry gun spotted. Losing Charlie.
Reloading. Enemy down.
UAV online. We lost Charlie. Capturing Bravo. Enemy UAV spotted. Captured B. UAV online.
Need backup. Changing left.
Losing B. We lost B. It's empty. Nuke has been launched. UAV spotted. Enemy nuke has been launched. We're capturing C. UAV online. We're almost there. Capture Charlie. Capture B. Losing A. We captured Bravo. Losing Bravo. Lost A.
Backup. Let's go. Let's go. Need backup.
Hostile stealth chopper inbound.
Semtex out.
Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Hostile sentry gun in your AO.
Enemy down. Need backup. Enemy down.
Losing C. Be advised, hostile sentry gun spotted.
Contact with enemy. Target's in sight. Enemy in sight. Target's in sight.
Team deathmatch.
Get down! Sniper! Need backup! Enemy down!
We've taken the lead.
Go down! Reloading! Cover me! I'm hurt! I'm hurt! Enemy contact!
It's too close. Fight harder.
Need backup! Reloading! Cover me! Enemy down!
We've taken the lead.
Contact with enemy! Target down!
UAV online. We lost the lead.
Enemy down! Contact with enemy! Pô, o cara nasceu aqui do meu lado. Need backup! Enemy! EMP! Hurt! I'm hurt! Porra, eu joguei próximo cara, o cara jogou ali. Porra, o cara jogou ali. Need backup! Enemy contact!
UAV online.
Target down! Target down! I'm hurt! I'm hurt! Get down! Sniper!
Hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. Friendly EMP systems incoming.
Target's in sight! Sniper down! Need backup! Need backup!
Stealth chopper inbound. UAV online. Hostile sentry gun in your AO.
I'm hurt!
Enemy airstrike incoming. Be careful.
I'm hurt!
Watch out. Enemy orbital laser deployed. UAV spotted. Friendly IFV systems incoming. Lost the lead. Friendly stealth chopper inbound. UAV online.
Reloading! I'm hurt! Need backup!
It's too close. Fight harder.
Enemy contact!
Keep on them. We're winning. We've taken the lead.
Cara, nasce já aparece no mesmo lugar no
We tied for the lead.
Target's in sight! Não consegue nem carregar.
We've taken the lead. Online. Lost the lead.
Sniper!
Be advised. Hostile hunter-killer drone inbound.